Hello there. Welcome back to Grade 11 Business Studies. This video, we are still working on the question paper of November 2023. And in this video, we're going to look at question 6 on that question paper. And the question 6 is on essay, and our essay is on business operations. And we are going to look at marketing function in particular. So this is the question that we have. We are given information that we are given before we have the question for the essay. The information that we are given reads, all businesses are aware of the importance of pricing to ensure financial success. Therefore, marketing managers often experiment with different pricing techniques. It is important for businesses to analyze all the factors that will influence their prices and to make use of sales promotions to remain competitive in the market. So this is the information that we are given. Then I believe that we are given a written essay on the marketing function in which we include the following aspects. We have got outlined the importance of pricing, and then the second part explain the pricing, and also I believe that we have got a competition based pricing. And then I believe that it is our next point discuss any four factors that influence pricing. The last part advise businesses on the purpose of sale promotions. So this is the issue that we have. But remember, we have to start with the introduction. So according to this video, we are only going to look at the main body of that essay. And remember, in the introduction, you are supposed to define a concept or a keyword that appears in the question. So obviously, you are just going to pick any concept or any keyword that we have there or any key term that we have in the question. But we have to take note that you do not have to include part of the question in the introduction, and also avoid saying what we are going to discuss in the body in the introduction. So very important main points are to take note. So according to our question, the terms that you can define in the introduction got the issue of cost-based pricing and also competition-based pricing. These are the key terms that we are having there that you can try to explain in the introduction. So this is what we have. So we are going to start on our main board. We are going to start with outline the importance of pricing. So that's the part that we are going to start with. But we know that pricing is the process of determining the price which is optimal for both the seller and the customer. So the company which is selling has to determine the price that is that should be set in the market, but that price should be optimum for both the seller and the customer. So in other words, we are saying it's not going to disadvantage the customer or also disadvantage the seller. So this is what we. So in other words, we are saying we should not charge a price that is very high that is going to strain the customer. When that happens, we are going to see our sales revenue going down as with the quantity that is going to be demanded by the customer is going to go down as the price is a little bit expensive. So this is what we have on the first part. So we can go to our other section trying to see what importances do we have there that are listed according to our other section. So going to other section, we'll see that on the first part, on the importance of pricing, the first point is saying it shows the value of the product in terms of production cost and customer use. So by pricing, the price that we have set will indicate the production costs that we've incurred. Remember, after we have calculated our production costs, we are going to add a markup of that production cost so that we can come up with the price. So what it means is the higher the production cost, the higher the price. And also, it also indicates the use that the customer is going to make out of that product. So this is what we have in terms of the first point. Then going to the second point, the price of a product can influence the customer's attitude towards the product or the brand. So we should be sensitive in the price that we set because it's going to determine the consumer's attitude towards that product. So we should not set a price that is too low or that is too high. Because if it becomes too low, the customer's attitude towards that product might be that product might be an inferior product. That's why it's having a very low price. So this is what we have on the second point. Then our third point is saying pricing affects the number of products that an enterprise is able to sell, which in turn affects profitability. Obviously, according to the law of demand, if price increases, we're going to see quantity that is going to be demanded to go down. That is a negative relationship that exists between the two variables, that is between the price and quantity demanded. If price increases, quantity demanded will fall. So this is what the point is trying to illustrate by saying prices affects the number of products that the enterprise is able to sell. So it means if we reduce our price also, we are going to see an increase in the quantity demanded of our product, and obviously it's going to widen the profit margins as we are going to earn more revenue from that product. So this is what we have on the third point. The fourth point, on the other hand, if the price is too low, consumers may perceive the product as being of poor quality. And the pricing policy should explain when and to whom discounts will be granted. So this one is explaining on the pricing policy. So the pricing policy also that should be there in that business should also tell us about the structure of discounts in terms of cash discounts and trade discounts that are going to be given to customers as they purchase the product. So this the second part of the question, which is saying explain the following pricing based pricing. Obviously, we are going to start with a cost based pricing. But cost based pricing, you know that this is a pricing strategy where businesses set their prices based on a product's production cost and distribution costs and all other costs that surround that product that we are selling. So so you're going to see that as we are saying that the total cost that we have for that product, we are going to add a markup that is a profit on that on the total cost to get the price. So obviously the total, the greater the cost, also the higher the price. So that's what it means when we are using the cost-based pricing. So we can try to go there and try to see the explanation now that we have on our answer section is saying cost-based pricing. We've got cost-based pricing is the practice of setting prices based on a profit item which determines the price at which it will be sold. And a suitable profit margin is added to determine the sale price. So this is just what we're just trying to explain, that we have a profit margin that is supposed to be added to the cost of that product to get the sale price. So next we've got the competition-based pricing, and we have an explanation that we have again on competition-based pricing. So competition-based pricing, we are using the price of the competitor as a benchmark. So we are going to set our price above or below what the competitor is charging according to the market condition that we have in the market. We might have a market situation whereby it's viable for us to set a price that is just above what the competitor is setting, or below what the competitor is selling. So if we perceive that our product is going to be perceived of higher quality by the customers, obviously we can set above our competitor. So that's those some of the circumstances that we can have in terms of competition-based pricing. So according to the explanation that we have, it means competition-based pricing is a pricing method that involves setting price in relation to the price of competitors. That is our first point. Then I will go to the second point. This approach is also called going rate pricing or competitive pricing. The next point: the more competitive in the market, the lower prices are likely to be. The more competitive is the market, and the lower prices are likely to be. So if the market is more competitive, it means that the prices are also going to go down. That's what this point is trying to illustrate. Then last point: if the price is set at a higher level, that is better in terms of quality and usefulness, which is also correct. Remember, consumers relate a level of the price and the quality of the product. That the price is higher, they assume or expect the quality of that product to be of a better quality. So this is what we have in terms of competition-based pricing. So we try to see in terms of the next question that we have, which is the next part that we have is saying discuss any 4 factors that influence pricing. So we are going to see that the level of the price that is going to be set, what are the factors that influence that level of the price that we set. So we have go to our answer section and try to see what we have on the factors. On the first factor, we've got input cost. Obviously, we are saying if the input costs are higher, obviously the price is also going to be higher. But if the input costs are lower, the price of that product also is going to be lower. So this is what we have on input cost. So the point said the high increase in transport cost also increase the final price, which is actually correct again, because the transport cost also is going to be associated with the costs that are surrounding that product. So we go to the next point, which is saying demand for the product is a factor that is influencing pricing again. Demand for the product. So if demand is high, according to the forces of supply and demand, if demand goes high, it means also the price is going to go up. So the point is saying the higher the demand for product, the higher the production volume. And also we see that according to the movements of the cost of supply and demand, we're going to see that if demand increases, price is also going to increase. So this is going to be a demand pull adjustment that's going to take place, and price will go up. So this is what we have. Demand for the product also is a factor that influences our pricing. So we go to the second part, the third part where we have got the target market also as a factor that is influencing pricing. So target market, the income level of the target market could influence the price of the product. So if we expect that the consumers that are there in the market have got a higher income, obviously the price is also going to be high. So this pricing will be now determined in segments. If we have got a segment also in the market that is got that is characterized by low income earners, obviously the price that is going to be set is also going to be lower. So that becomes a factor that is influencing pricing. So a target market also is one of the factors. Then we go to the next one, which is type of product. So on type of products, we are talking about luxurious products, and obviously we can also include inferior products. When we're talking about luxury products, also they are associated with higher prices, and then if you go to inferior products, the prices will be low. So this is what we have. So in the explanation that we have, the point is saying luxury products can be priced higher than necessities. So this is the explanation that we have on type of products, and obviously we go to the next part where we have the economic climate and the availability of goods and services. The economic climate and the availability of goods and services also comes as a factor that is influencing pricing. So for the availability of goods and services, obviously, if the good or service is scarce, obviously that is going to affect the price. The price also is going to go up. It means the goods is not there in the market, it's scarce. So even the consumers are willing to pay a higher price if the availability of the good and service is very low, if the good is scarce. So this is what the explanation that we have in terms of availability of goods and services. So going on to the explanation that we have there is saying when there is a shortage of a certain product, people are prepared to pay more of it. So which is very correct. We are saying if there is shortage of a certain product, obviously the consumers will be willing to pay more of it. So going back to our question, you see that the question is saying discuss any 4 factors that influence pricing. So obviously we can just pick 4 out of the ones that we discussed. We discussed 5 of them. So on the last part of the question is saying advise businesses on the purpose of sale promotions. So this is what we have. So on the aspect of sale promotions, we see that the purpose of sale promotions obviously is to attract the customers. There are sort of promotions that come in, and the essence behind those promotions is to attract customers so that we increase our revenue, we increase our sales. So that's the basic idea that we have behind sale promotions. So you would see that when we are talking about our sale promotions, this is a market strategy, a marketing as activity designed to increase our sales. For example, examples of sale promotion, we can have coupons. Coupons and discounts are also a part of sale promotions. We can also have gift cards as part of sale promotions. Free discounts, flash sales also are part of sale promotions. We can even have happy hours as part of a sale promotion. So this is what we have. So the question is saying advise businesses on the purpose of sale promotions. So we have highlighted the basic essence behind this sale promotions, that we want to increase our sales revenue as the business. Our sales should go up when we do those sale promotions. So the purpose of sale promotions now, according to the spots that we have, according to this video, we can just try to refer there and see what do we have. So on the purpose of sale promotions, we have first point is saying increase and improve the number of products and services sold to customers. That's the first one, which is exactly as we are trying to explain. And the second purpose is to inform existing and new potential customers about the products and services of the business. So when you do that, we are trying to communicate with some potential customers that are not are fully aware of our products, that we have these products. So through those sale promotions, they are going to get notified of our products, and then obviously they are going to engage and purchase our products. So that's the essence behind our sale promotions. Then the point saying build long-lasting relationship with customers. Obviously, we are giving them benefits in the with purchasing our product. So obviously, our relationship is going to be enhanced that we have with our customers. Then we go to the next one: persuade immediate purchases with potential customers, which is correct. That are the best at reaching the target market. So obviously, we are trying different sales promotion that we will try, and we can be able to assess and see which one is most viable according to the options that we have. This is equal to the value promoted in marketing communication. The next one, remind the target market about the current and the new products and the availability thereof. That's what we have on this point. The next one is to reconnect with the existing target market. It's existing and the new potential customers. So the basic idea is to try to attract customers, the ones that we are buying from us before, that is the existing customers, and the ones that are potential that are not yet our customers. So we are trying to attract them. So our next point is saying improve our customer loyalty with existing and new potential customers and services. So these are the points that we have that are supporting that are part of the purposes of sale promotion. So this is the last part of our question. Hopefully this video was helpful. So remember also, you are supposed to come up with a conclusion, and on the conclusion, you are just giving a brief summary of what we've been discussing in the body, and you can try to write your conclusion in the form of maybe coming up with recommendations of what you have been discussing in the main body. And you can also come up, you can also include an opinion on the facts discussed. So those are some of the elements that we should try to incorporate in the introduction, so in the conclusion that we write. So this is what we have, guys, according to this video. Let's stay tuned for more videos to come. Those of you subscribe, please subscribe and share. We are still coming with more typical examination questions. As for this video, I'm signing out. Let's meet again in the next video.